meal.
Order number 47. Number 47, your order's ready.
All right, we're live. We're back. Another episode, fourth meal.
Yep.
HeadlinerMusicClub.com, brought to you by Zen, Eric Dlux, DJ5. Sitting here with our friend, our pal,
Our recurring guest.
Fashen.
What's that?
What's good,
My
dog?
brother Fashen. Fashen Nova.
What's that? What's that?
Limited 3 of 3.
Two. Oh, yeah, 3 of 3. 3 of 3.
Welcome back to the pod,
There you
man.
go. Thank you for having me back.
Once again, we are on YouTube. Shouts to everybody that watches. Peace to the cameras. Like, subscribe on YouTube. Just search Fourth Meal. If you're watching, you
up.
already know what the fuck to search for. If you didn't know we're on, check us out. Watch us on camera. If you are listening to it on the Apple Podcast app, make sure you guys leave us a little rating and a review. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys for sharing
They
it.
do matter,
We're on
guys.
Spotify as well. We have some new merch, Headliner Music Club merch. We're going to do a discount code at the end.
I like
So
that.
Stay tuned. Fast, you ready to get into it?
Let's go.
We'll do more listener questions. You know,
Yeah,
people
what you guys wanna know
love
about, you
asking
know?
stuff. So make sure you guys keep asking.
Yeah.
DM us, Headliner Music Club on the Instagram. DM us whatever you want to know, and we would love to
Answer your
share our
questions,
thoughts.
yeah.
Nice.
You know, everyone has a different opinion. That's why we brought Fashen,
Yeah.
because you have
I got mad opinion.
you have a
very
strong
vocal.
opinion.
Very.
I'm very
You
opinionated.
start yelling. It's
You're a political
Scary.
guy, man.
I am a political guy.
You have a voice.
I voted
and you
today.
use
Nice.
it. You
Voted
did vote.
today.
Yeah, I'm very glad you vote because you do have a loud mouth. I mean, a loud voice.
I understand what you're saying.
Like there's a lot of people that talk shit and don't vote.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you talking shit about? You're not part of the change.
Yeah, I put my money where my mouth is.
All right. Anyway, all right. Let's start with
Good for
this
you,
question. I just don't want to talk about politics.
no.
We're not. That's
We're
why I
not
left
going
it
that
right
way.
there. High
That's
and
just
dry.
a whole another can.
High and
we
dry.
Don't wanna
There you
a
go.
whole different podcast.
Let go.
All right, here we go. What's the best thing you've learned to keep relationships healthy and keep getting booked? Fash?
It's for me.
I mean, no, we can all talk
yeah.
about
Yeah,
it.
well,
but-
I'll chime in.
To keep things healthy is like having a residency or working with a venue or a specific promoter or something like that. It's kind of like having a girlfriend. You know, like
You always got to check in.
yeah. Well, not you want to make each other feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I have a few friends that like books, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Fashen just hit me up today."
Yeah. Or
There you go.
or at the same time, like if you're working with one venue or one promoter, or one booker, or whatever, you definitely don't want to go cheat on them with another venue that that maybe they don't work alongside or like
So like same market
Right.
loyalty.
Like I'll give you one example. Like there's one market I've been working in consistently for 10 or 11 years, and that's in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
And I've worked with the same guy for 10 years.
Yeah.
And there's been some other interest from other venues in the market, and I'm loyal to this guy. Like he always takes care of me. He's a good friend of mine. I mean, I was in his wedding, and it just. There's more to it. There's a friendship there, and so you kind of have to just respect it. And like, let's say another venue in the market came at me and was like, "Hey, we'll give you X amount of dollars more than that, or whatever." Like, I'm loyal to the person that looked out for me for 10 years.
Yeah,
for
I
sure,
can see
for
that, but
But-
it's also so this is the tough part for us is we play Vegas, for example,
Right.
Yeah.
and we play a lot of rooms,
Right.
And you try to show everyone the same amount of love on the promo, etc. But
Yeah.
like, there's a lot of DJs in Vegas that have exclusive residency, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
And you got to be willing to pay for that.
Yeah.
And a lot of clubs, they make it clear like, oh, we don't want to pay that, so
Yeah.
we'll let them
And
play
we're
it
talking about
elsewhere.
like a lot of
So-
EDM guys.
Yeah.
you
So
know?
it's kind of like they kind of understand because they had the option.
Yeah.
Like our agent always gives them the option.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
all right, you want to make them exclusive? It's going to cost this,
Yeah.
and this amount of dates, etc. And they're
Yeah.
like, we're cool. We'll let them play other stuff. So that's
And
different.
I'm totally with that. I'm totally with that too. But it's having that joint relationship. It's like and you both agree to the same thing. Or like, what do they call it in like an actual relationship? An open relationship.
Open
You-
relationship.
You date other girls.
It's
I'll date
definitely easier to do
whatever.
it in Vegas though, because it's
Yeah.
like a bigger market, more clubs. And,
Yeah.
at one point I was doing like 4 different clubs.
Yeah.
Like 2016 to 18. So, but I mean Oklahoma City or
Yeah.
smaller
I mean,
markets.
I
that's
just use
tough.
that as an example.
Yeah. No,
But I ain't
feel
gonna
you.
lie,
It's a smaller market.
it is, but it is really tough and awkward.
Yeah.
I will say, because even in LA, there was a time where I was playing every club in LA.
Yeah.
Like almost weekly. Like
Yeah.
I'll be at Oak or
Yeah.
Poppy or Bootsy or
Yeah.
Avenue,
Yeah.
Highlight Room. Like always, and you're promoting them, and all the owners and promoters from all the venues follow you, and they're watching
Yeah.
your story. You
Yeah.
promoting another spot, but at the end of the day, if they're not willing to pay the price to keep you to themselves,
Exclusive.
they have to just respect
Yeah.
your work.
Yeah.
Like you can't. It's not really fair to be like, yo, man, like I'm gonna book you once a month, and
Yeah.
like you got to be loyal to me. But it's like, all right, well, like pay me.
Well, I kinda
pay
ran
me
into
if I
that.
am missing out on other work. You know?
Yeah, I kind of ran into that in another market. This past year, the previous year I worked in this market really consistently, and then this year it kind of slowed down a bit, and we were like, "Yo, man, like if you're not gonna come to the table, like we're not just gonna hang out and wait. Like at the end of the day, I still got to
They
make
have to
money.
understand,
I
yeah.
still got bills to pay. I can't wait around
Yeah.
for you to like book me. And if you're not gonna book me, I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And so, but they're like." So yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's almost like, okay, well, if you want me to stay here, you have to guarantee me X amount of dates
Yeah.
or
Of course, yeah.
whatever.
But if you finally do get that exclusive residency, I do like that, because there
Yeah.
was at one point where I was exclusive to
Yeah.
the Hard Rock
Yep.
at Vanity in
Yep.
Vegas. It was like this club,
Yeah.
brand new. We want you exclusive, and they paid. They knew they had to come with
Yeah.
the money, and it was cool because like all my promo energy went to them.
Yeah.
Like
You gotta worry about
Yeah.
other clubs
you don't
getting
have,
their butt
yeah,
hurt.
you don't have to
Yeah.
worry
Oh,
about
I
anyone
like being
getting
exclusive
butthurt.
too. It's like, because not only that, when you're with a specific venue or promoter, whoever, for the longest time, like I'll use Oklahoma as another example. Like I'm friends with like everyone that I know there. Like I see the same faces every time I'm there, so it's like family. So like when I show up, like we all know each other. Versus like going into like new spots, and granted, I like going to new spots too and meeting those people.
Yeah.
But like keeping those relationships, like it's also comfortable.
Yeah.
It's comfortable.
What if a club in Oklahoma City offered you 3 times the amount, the rate,
Mm-hmm.
and more dates? Would you go?
I mean, then that's when I have to go back to my
You have
guy
to
and
have
be
a
like,
talk with
hey,
your
like,
guy,
Yeah, okay.
you have, put yourself in my shoes. What would you do?
Yeah.
And
What if they say? What if they go? Oh, bro, I've been booking you for 10 years.
Yeah.
Like loyalty has to be here, but I can't afford to pay you more. Then what do you do?
I'm
I'm just giving you every
no,
worst
I know.
situation.
That's a tough thing. But I feel like that's where you sit down and you guys you come to
Work out the
some
numbers
mutual
a little
agreement.
bit.
Because maybe I would say, well, you know what? Like I respect their offer and everything, but I want to remain with you. But like, how do we maybe like up it a little bit?
Yeah.
Like I'm willing to take less to stay with you than what they're offering. But obviously I've created value in the market where.
yeah.
I've had the same thing this year though. Like
Yeah.
I took a pay cut, and then I took a pay cut the year before, but then this year I got an offer from another club that opened
Yeah.
in this city.
Yeah.
And then by still, we went back to the original club I've been at, and they were like, we'll just give you more dates,
Yeah.
with the discounted rate. I'm like, that's fine, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you've been booking me solid for like
Yeah, that's
4 or
always a
5
good thing to
years.
do, because sometimes what I have witnessed is another club will take you for more money, and it sounds all good,
And it
sounds all
flops.
good.
Oh, yeah.
And then it doesn't do well.
It doesn't
They can't afford to
last.
book you, and then now you fuck that long relationship with the other club, right?
I mean, I'm very curious to know. I mean, we have a friend that was kind of in that situation. I don't know where it's gone yet, but look at Marshmallow was over at one casino.
Right, that's a good example,
and
too.
Chaos took him over there. Now
Yeah.
Chaos is closed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some other shit.
Yeah,
going
that's what
on
I'm
over
saying.
there,
But I
so.
mean, we're talking like millions of dollars. Like,
Yeah.
and so it's just like, yo, like,
That is a good example, though. 'Cause, like,
how do
yeah,
you go
very good.
back? How do you go back to the people that you left and command
Well, he
those high
can't go.
dollars?
He can't go back, and then there's only one other.
Yeah.
Luckily, he
so-
has a lot of money. He's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, he's fine.
But
And
I
he
mean,
works a lot in other
but I'm
markets,
using that
though.
as an example.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
for sure.
There's only 2 other nightlife groups that can get him, pretty much.
Because they poached him, and it lasted what, 6 months?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I don't.
a
I mean, I don't
whole-
know the details, but
That's a whole different.
yeah. So I guess the answer to this is really loyalty.
Yeah.
Because the question is, the biggest thing you learn in keeping relationships healthy,
Yeah.
it's loyalty, and like also friendship is like be cool,
Yeah.
reach out don't just reach out to someone when you need something.
Yeah.
Check on them, say what's up, have a drink, hang out, do dinners,
Everyone knows, like, all
go
the
to
people,
ball games.
yeah, all the people I work with, I talk to them regularly, like on social media, everything. Like I'll just call, my boy in Atlanta. I call him on the reg and just be like, "Yo, how's the family? How's the baby? Like, what's new? Like, what's popping?" And it sometimes you just
and get the small
But
talk.
I'm friends with I'm friends with everyone though. I like people.
You were in his wedding, the guy from Oklahoma City. So that's a great example, man.
And there was only like I think there was only like 10 of us there. Well, he had like a bigger wedding like down in like somewhere else, but like we did like a little Vegas thing, and I mean it was only a handful of us.
Oh, I think I remember that.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Hopefully that answered your question.
Yeah.
Whoever asked it. This one doesn't have a name. Let's do this because I know you're a turntable guy.
Yep.
I mean, we all
Yep.
started on turntables, all three of us at least.
I still love it.
Where's this question? I'm missing the paper. Oh, here it is. How do you feel about turntables not being used at the clubs anymore? At DJ Red Tro.
I mean, you want to...
I know how I feel about it.
I'm good. Like, I like using CDJs. I still use turntables at home, and we use it here at the studio when we record, our shows. But, I mean, you can flex more on turntables. But, man, when you pull up to the club and the shit is sitting on bass bins or however they built the turntable and your shit's skipping, your needle is not connected right. Like, there's too many problems going on with the turntable.
There's a lot of problems. So, for me, so when I first started, like, doing the Vegas, and I remember Marquee, this is 2011? Yeah. Marquee was a new club built for house DJs.
Yeah.
That room is built for house DJs. And I was doing Monday Party Rock, not Party Rock. It was Party Rock Mondays once a month. Vice did once a month on Mondays, and then I did the other two for the month on Monday, Marquee Mondays.
Mondays.
Yeah, Marquee Mondays. And then I was still on turntables.
Yeah.
And the sound guy would be like, "Dude, every time you play here, I have to go rent turntables."
No way.
Yeah.
They don't even have them, right?
Yeah.
So every time I'd be there, they'd have my turntable set up. And I remember like being on it forever. And dude, that's a big room.
Yeah.
I remember one time the shit, the same, like, they're throwing confetti.
Oh, yeah.
They're blasting like this little, snow looking thing. It's like soap.
Oh, yeah.
They blast this like soap looking thing, and it gets on the record, and the shit would dry up, be all sticky, and the needle got stuck where it goes on internal mode, and then it went
on the end,
and then the tempo went all the way down.
It goes
in internal, and then the tempo goes all the way down. Where it's like, and this is the big room. I'm like,
everyone's looking up at you and shit,
and you panic.
Yeah.
So that, and, I kept using it a little longer, and then you start doing like pool parties.
Yeah.
In this heat, and I was still on turntables in the heat, records melting, the whole nine.
Yeah.
And then the first I was like, all right, you know what? CDJs at the pools.
Yeah.
That was my thing. Nightclub, turntables, CDJs at the pools. And then eventually I went on to and I wasn't comfortable. I wasn't like comfortable on CDJs yet.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want to do a club.
Yeah.
And then finally, just after being, in the pools and then some clubs here and there, I was like, you know what? That's it. It's just it. Like, it's just so much easier. Like, and then another thing is like turntables just aren't, the clubs aren't buying new top of the line turntables.
Yeah.
Whatever they had from 2005 or
like
whatever,
dusting it off.
They're dusty. The tone arms are loose. It's just crazy.
There's a couple spots that like have like gotten like the new Pioneer turntables and some of the new like the newer Technique ones, but for the most part they're still using all the older equipment. Half of the connections don't even work. And no, I agree with you. I fought it for so long, and then I mainly fought it just because I was just shit. I'm not trying to like buy CDJs to learn how to use them. I actually learned how to use them in the club.
I don't want to own them either.
I learned on the club.
Yeah,
I don't own a pair of CDJs.
Now I kind of prefer the CDJs, mainly because like everyone knows I always run my music hot, like super high pitch, whatever. But like on the CDJs, I feel like you can just it just, I don't know.
You do have more range.
You definitely have more range, and then like you said, like the skipping or the confetti or this and that, whatever. But I don't like scratching on CDJs at all. Yeah, I don't like it.
Would you ever use like the sticks, like
nah,
the thing? I ain't gonna lie, I kind of want to.
I don't.
I want to kind of actually set
I think it looks
up.
so much cooler.
Yeah.
Shit that you just
this past weekend, one of the DJs who supported me, he was using sticks, and I even told him like, damn, dude, I was like, how do you use? I was like, I get it if you're like headlining and you have an hour-long set. Like the EDM guys, I get it, because a lot of them they do just run the same set. And a lot of the music too is all like 128 BPM.
Yeah,
so you're just basically choosing which song you want in order. But like when you're doing an open format set,
I hear like on the new CDJs you can like search songs.
Yeah, you can search, yeah.
And then for me, well,
I'm good.
from what I witnessed from open format DJs that do use sticks, I think like Mac J like in reply to my Instagram one day like, get on sticks, bro. I'm like, yo, come pull up to the office and show
us.
Yeah.
But it's all about. He goes, I'm playing mainly hip hop sets now too, and on sticks. But I think it's all about your preparation, your crates, how organized you are. Because I mean, if you're on that, you got to just go through crates and then just know where your shit is, and Yeah.
Well, one disadvantage of sticks too is, I mean, how many times you been in the club? I mean, it happened to me last Tuesday at Avenue. You know, one of the VIP hosts comes running up like, yo, do you have this song? No, I need you to download it right now. You ain't downloading shit on sticks.
Well, no, you're always going to have a laptop on you, though, right? I think Vice does that, though, right? Remember? Like, because when he was using the Air, he would have a separate laptop to download songs.
Oh, really?
You don't remember that?
No.
So,
That's a lot of work, bro.
Yeah, but I mean,
know it's a lot of work, but I mean.
That's a lot of work. I mean, I was.
No, if you're doing.
Sometimes, bro, you just got to tell the club, hey, I don't have a laptop. Like, can you download it, bring it on a drive for me?
Yeah.
If it's that important to them, they got laptops in the office or computers. If it's that important to this client, if that client is that important to them, they'll do it. Because I've been to clubs where, you know, Serato DJ, if you go on the Wi-Fi, your shit will crash.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm like, hey, I can't download it. Can you get it for me?
Well, it's crazy. Like the Wi-Fi, they didn't even know the Wi-Fi code. I couldn't even get on for like 30 minutes.
Then the pressure's on them.
Yeah.
That's how you get them off your back too. You're like, hey, can you download it?
Yeah.
And I'll play it. No problem. Because then you're like being cool, but it's also like, hey, give me the song.
Well, this happened to me like last week before I did town, and like they're like, oh, French Montana's coming. I'm like, fuck. I mean, I'm pretty caught up on French Montana music.
Play La Bouche, huh?
I did play La Bouche for him. But yeah, I downloaded like some other French songs that came out, and like one of the songs I downloaded, he actually asked for it. So
Which
I'm
one?
Like, the 3s and 5s and 10s or something.
Oh, 50s and 100s.
50s and 100s. Yeah.
That's my shit.
Hey, you know what it is when you hear that, huh?
But no, so it does help. Well, even like, so at the end of the day, or I finally got on, I got the song. It was like this old ass Tupac record, but the table spent $15K.
Oh, that was crazy. Yeah, I heard about that.
On a Tuesday night in a small club in LA. Like that's a big deal. So I
heard you were mad about that.
I didn't care to play the song. It was just it took 30 minutes to get the song.
Yeah.
And it for that 30 minutes, my focus wasn't on the crowd. It was on getting this one fucking song. So it was kind of irritating. And not only that,
very irritating.
People are trying to like feed me shots and shit, which is all good. But like, it was just like, but I was so happy. Yeah, save it.
Feeding you shots.
Who are we talking? Talking about Scratchy?
No, he chilled on me last week. He was good. He was good on me last week. Pause. But yeah, I don't know. But I've told actual promoters too. Like in advance, I'll be like, hey, you know, like if they want to, if you have a big table and they want to hear something. Text it to me while I'm at home, and I'll put a folder aside and make sure they have it. That's
the problem is these fucking guys popping bottles, get drunk, and just start
LA is actually good about that,
just to show power. Like, oh, hey man, you got another bottle of 42 coming? Like, what do you want to hear? And then they just like think about it. Let me think about it. They don't even really want to hear it. They just want that power.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But even like the staff, like I'm always like. Everyone knows all the spots I play. I tell the staff, I'm like, hey, if you guys want to hear anything while I'm in my set, if it's something I can work into my set, I'll work it in, because if you keep the staff happy, then the customers are happy. Yeah. And if customers are happy, then the whole place is happy.
Yeah.
And in the meetings, they're like, oh man, Fashen, you know, you had the songs ready. He's a good guy. He's a good DJ.
But I'll let them know ahead of time, like, yo, let me know what I want. I'll put it all aside, and when I can squeeze it in, I squeeze it in.
Yeah. Well, hey, squeeze it in as
that
much
kind
as
of goes
you
back
want,
to
bro.
the relationship
topic.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah. It all ties in, though.
But yeah, these days more than not, I'm cool on the CDJs. I'm okay using them now.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about this. It's honestly doesn't matter what you have; it's what you do with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've seen dudes rock on like.
look at Ease.
I've seen Ease rock on a little controller.
Yeah.
Like not even the big professional.
And you're not
controller,
fucking with that,
small
right?
one.
But again, it comes down to like we kind of briefly talked about it like off the mic, but the controller things, I'm okay. If you're a controller DJ and that's how you do your night, that's cool. I'm not a controller DJ, and I'm used to like using specific equipment, and so like someone.
But if you show up somewhere and there's a controller, you're not gonna rock?
I mean, no.
Because why? Hey, because why?
I'm not. Well, here's
your
another
laptop
thing.
is fucked up.
Here's another thing, though. Here's another thing. We've been doing this a long time. We all submit a rider to the places that we work with.
Yeah.
You have to, you have to come close to what I have on that rider.
Yeah.
Specifically because it's like that's the equipment I use. If Kiss shows up to a concert and they have banjos instead of electric guitars, they ain't fucking with it. They ain't doing it. You know what I mean?
You're right.
And so
Do you?
So
do you still
I've
have?
seen Ease fuck shit up on those little controllers, but at the same time, I'm watching him do the just the cuts and stuff and some whatever, but like run a whole set. A club night with all the things with a guy trying you to download music and people giving you shots on a piece of equipment that you've never used before.
I've seen Vice pull up to a spot like I think his son's like frat house or something and just rocked on a controller.
I'm good.
Before.
I'm good.
Yeah,
CDJs.
can rock on
just have what's on my rider.
All right, what's on your rider? Turntables or CDJs?
Either or. I prefer.
Oh, do you have
now?
both?
Now I'm saying CDJs first,
But
but
it says
I'll rock
either
either or. I'll rock either or.
You have either or?
I had
have
either
either
or
or.
at one time. Now it's only CDJs.
Yeah, mine turntable's out too.
No, mine
actually.
says CDJs.
But a lot of the
bro.
clubs also know, like the clubs that have the big rooms and the bass like under the stage or whatever, they already know they're only running CDJs. I'm like, all right, cool. But my mixer is crucial though. Like I have to rock a 900 or an 800. I prefer the 900.
No S9.
No,
Gemini Scratchmaster?
I say S9 if I have to, but I have to have a box because I still run the old Serato software.
Me too.
I'm not ashamed to say that I do
I do too.
I'm SL for life. I love
Scratch
that
Live.
shit. But like, yeah, I saw a Twitter the other day, and someone said something like, "Yo, like, why the fuck? Like, who was it? It was my buddy DJ Koo. He said he saw a guy use those rain turntables with the phase things on. He's like, what's the point? The rain turntables, you don't even need those phase things. He's
that's
like,
weird, yeah.
And then someone else is like, that's like using a Serato box with the S9, and I'm like, yo, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I run the
But
Serato box
why
with
is
the
that?
S9.
Because your computer's fucked
My
up.
computer, well, but even then, but you know what? Even when I do get my new computer, I'm gonna rock SL because
I'm a Scratch Live guy. I'm not like you said.
no.
I'm not afraid. But the
Yeah.
thing is like some of the people that talk shit about dudes on Scratch Live are still using turntables in the club.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're
Or they
mad
can't
that I'm
even
on this
DJ.
old shit. You're mad on this old shit too. It's weird, man.
But here's another thing, like on that whole S9 thing, I feel like the guys that are really stuck on S9s, they have them at home. So they prefer those things, so they're comfortable using the S9.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
wouldn't use
comfortable
that
using the
club.
S9.
It sounds like shit.
The
so-
way I see it,
Yeah.
it shouldn't matter what anybody use what you want to use. Don't worry about what other people are using.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah. Like I don't care.
But
what
that's
you
why I
use.
have my riders
I honestly
specific
do not
to
care what anybody uses, but
equipment.
they get mad when they see someone like
If you're a good DJ, you can use
Yeah.
whatever.
But still, like I've seen those guys on the S9s, man, they crush it, and like it's real
The S9's
interesting and
hot.
it's entertaining. But like, it's not for me. Just I can work a 900, like, yeah,
Like a what?
like a
a
stripper
what?
pole.
Hello. All right. Well, thank you guys. I think
man.
that was a good little quick
I tried my hardest to
topic
get
discussion.
I tried my hard to get this guy riled up, but it didn't work today.
Yeah.
Get
Maybe
what?
We'll do another
Nothing,
podcast.
nothing to,
Get riled up.
yeah.
But shout out to James Vickery.
Oh, yeah,
James
there we go.
Vickery. Look, see if you're on
So
the
we got the
camera.
merch. Oh,
We
Oh,
got
nice.
some merch.
Was this
Let's
mine?
do. Nah, but you can have it. We'll do.
He's like, go on the website and order it.
headlinermusicclub.com.
Yeah,
Shop
look at that.
in the shop.
That's hot.
Everyone, by the way.
Yeah, that's
do-
hot.
Hold on, shut up. Fuck. we'll do 25% off. If you're listening to this podcast, 25% off. Use the code word fourth meal all together. Fourth is spelled out. Fourth meal all together, 25% off.
Wow, that's a huge discount.
You feel me?
I like that.
Before we leave, let's let them know that South by Southwest, we're doing an HMC takeover on Thursday, March 19th at Greenlight Social.
I've been there. It's
And
hot.
We're all going to pull up. We're all going to
Excited
play.
about
And, yeah, come pull up. Hang out with us. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Thanks
Thanks, guys.
Fash.
Hey, thanks for inviting me. I'm always
course.
down to talk with you guys.
Anytime, bro. Bye.